Yo, bro.
What's up, bro?
You ever go to the beach?
Down the ocean, Ocean City, Maryland.
Nah, man. You surf at all?
No, I just use the crabs.
Okay. If you were a big time surfer, you would know that Rincon is a beach.
Is that like a big time surfer
It's
beach?
a big time surfer beach. It's probably pretty big. Like, I think, who's Laird or whatever his name is?
Laird Hamilton.
Laird Hamilton probably knows where it is.
Kelly Slater, hit us up, guys. Let us know. Do you remember the surfing video?
Or didn't it rest?
The kid who's like, so pitted.
Yeah, it was so pitted, like, pow, and there was like, ah.
Went in the wiggle, pow.
I'm Thomas from Believe in the Run.
I'm Robbie from the Believe in the Run.
And today we're talking about the HOKA ONE Rincon.
So pitted.
Yeah.
3.
So pitted, dude. First thing, out of the box. Stunning color combo.
Beautiful color combo. I mean, compared to the first two versions that, they're not bad, whatever, but this is beautiful.
Yeah, I actually did really like the first version, but this is just like pop, pop. Like I feel like if I was back in my room as a child with my black light going, this shoe would have just been insane. This is the third version of a shoe that always looks great coming out of the box, always feels great coming out of the box, but sometimes disappoints us down the road.
Yeah, and this is a lightweight daily trainer slash, I mean, you can kind of do it all shoe, maybe tempo shoe, and it's a big fan favorite, the first two versions. I mean, we get a lot of questions about this shoe, just a lot of people excited for the next version to come out.
We can't really jump in without talking about the previous models.
Yeah,
let's pull it up.
A little history lesson.
Rincon 1, super light. First time a shoe kind of feels like a Clifton, but fast. And this one weighed around 7 ounces, which was insane. My one complaint about it was the foam died pretty quick. Like after 100 miles, these are like, these feel a little flat.
Like a 17-year cicada coming out to brood.
Or a Coca-Cola that you shook a lot and left in a hot car.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Looks like Coca-Cola too.
This one was great, lightweight, cushion. People were really excited about it. It was the first time that you had a shoe that was slimmed down, Clifton-like, so it still had the softness, still had the bounce, still had that nice feel underfoot, but weighed a lot less. This shoe worked, and people dug it.
It was a huge hit. So then we moved on to number 2.
And what happened?
Did gain some weight.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah.
It's still on the lighter end of the scale, but this one, it went from 7, around high 7s, to mid 8s.
Yeah. By the way, which was weird because I couldn't really understand what changed because it's literally
looks like the same
exact same shoe.
You know, I think it's just more upper. They just more upper.
It was a little more comfortable of an upper, but you know, pull tabs, design, everything was kind of the same. Before we move on to the third version, I should say, in my pair, how many miles I put in it? 150 miles before it went dead on me, which I feel inclined to mention.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because that's
I do it in every damn review.
As a matter of fact, we get comments sometimes, when is Robbie gonna mention?
I've been waiting for this moment a whole year, so we're here. So last summer, I did dial up my mileage, a pretty good deal in July, and I got in 150 miles in the shoe because I sprained my ankle earlier in the month, and I was like, you know what, I gotta get this goal still, so I'm gonna just run through it, whatever. And I did it. But at the end of the 150 miles, the shoe didn't feel the same as it did.
You were a little sad about it.
Oh, I was like, what happened?
What happened?
This is a great shoe, and then it just kind of fizzled out.
I've been wearing this one and getting the miles in for this review, and I have to say, in a short period of time, I put 50 miles on this shoe. So like within...
Humble brag. I'm just kidding.
It is a humble brag. Normally I wouldn't be able to get that kind of mileage in on a shoe this quickly. And it usually tells me how I feel about a shoe because, you know, it can deaden out. And like you, out of the box, it feels great. And then, you know...
it's like every shoe.
Every day, yeah, you go out, you feel, it starts to feel dead. So far, this feels better to me than previous models. And when we talked to HOKA, they had told us that the makeup of this foam is slightly different than previous models.
Yeah, they said it was a huge focus of theirs to improve the durability of the shoe while also like cutting some weight off of it. So, so far so good. I personally have only got like 20 miles in the shoe so far. I plan on getting closer to like 80 in it, hopefully in the next couple months.
Let's get into what makes this Rincon. I know they're loving us.
I killed this bug. I think I did kill it.
All right, very good. You ready to come back, sir? So let's get into what makes the Rincon 3 a Rincon. And Robbie, hit me off with this upper and why it's special or not special.
Yeah, I mean, it's like their engineered mesh upper. It seems like it's slightly more breathable than the other, at least the Rincon 2 upper. They got some like, I don't know, air vents on the
Do you know
side
what these
here.
remind me of, these air vents?
No.
They remind me of the Asics shoes. There's some Asics shoes that have air vents, very similar to this, so that when you're going through your stride, it's catching
like
the air
first
and pushing
race
through.
was the racer. The
Meta Racer.
Meta Racer, yeah.
Yeah, it does a good job making it breathable. We are in like super soupy conditions. Matter of fact, this shoe is wet right now.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I
Smells
touched it.
Perfect.
I touched it and now I'm gross.
Also, a thin tongue. It has just the right amount of padding to make it feel comfortable over the top of your foot. I have no problems with lacing this shoe up and getting a good fit. I know, Robbie, you said that you have a little bit.
I don't know. I just like couldn't get I feel like I couldn't get a good lockdown, and it might be because it's less padding and so on as a Rincon 2, which I didn't have a problem with. You do want to make sure you put the laces through the tongue.
Let's call it lace buckle.
Lace buckle, yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Is it really?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
If you know what that thing is called.
We should know this, but
yeah,
I
I've
don't know.
never thought about it before.
Lace waist.
Yeah, the little thing that the laces go through on the tongue.
Yeah, so make sure you thread that up or else this tongue is sliding off the sides. It's not gusseted. It does save weight, and then you also saving a little bit of weight on the back. You got this little rope pull tab instead of the traditional nylon band. So
someone in the Hoka Fling was like, people will lose their mind if we don't put a pull tab on here.
True.
And someone was like, well, what if we just use a piece of string?
Put a piece of fishing line
and they're
back
like,
there.
Maybe that might work. Yeah. And guess what?
It does.
It does. I really like the fit of this. I have a low volume foot with a high arch. It's narrow. My foot feels really good over this. I was able to get a nice lockdown with the laces. You can see there's no buckling here. It just fits my foot right, and I felt really nicely secure over the midfoot. How about you?
Oddly enough, I didn't have quite the same impression. I feel like we were pretty much always in line with that.
Yeah, because our feet you don't have like wide feet.
No, like I love Nikes. Like my favorite fit is probably a Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
what's going on?
I don't know. I just like, I could not dial in the lacing. I kept like tying and retying it, tightening it. My foot felt like it was coming over like the medial side.
Was this just on one shoe or both?
It felt like it was just on the left foot, but I don't know. It's just.
Is it possible it's a manufacturer's defect?
Maybe. I don't know. It just felt weird to me. Like and it could have been like less cushion, less structure to the upper than the 2, which I had no issues with.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We come down to this midsole material, which is supposed to be new.
Yeah, it's like they say it's a newer formula, but they didn't really say
what that means.
Yeah, it was like kind of cagey about it during the...
Which is weird to me because like if you've got a new formula, tell us you got a new formula, because one of the complaints we have is this midsole dies. So if you told me you've got a new foam in here and what you did to get that new foam, is it more rubberization? Is there more, what's going on in this? They said it's closer to the Clifton.
Yeah, at least the durometer of it is supposed to feel similar to the Clifton, just obviously a lower stack height.
Yeah. So what I do like about this midsole is you do get a cushion feel with flexibility. Like I feel like you can come through this shoe on your stride and it doesn't obstruct your stride. You're getting a real natural stride. As a matter of fact, to a certain degree, it's almost too natural. Like I could use a little more structure in it, but I like it. So I can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, I have no issues with the ride for sure. It has the Meta Rocker thing going on. And by the way, I guess can we move on to the outsole? It does have some more rubber down here, so you get a little bit more grippy grip action, and of course added durability. That was always like one thing people were talking about in 2 was that it just got shredded to death like pretty much immediately.
There's something different in the way that it feels, at least in step, and it sort of mellowed out once I got more miles in it. But the way that they set up the bottom and how it spreads out under your foot, felt a little bit different. You can look and see it's got a different type of cutout and the way it goes.
Yeah, and they did say that that was intentional, both to save weight and just a different, more efficient geometry, I guess.
Where, Robbie, I think this really fits in nicely for the consumer is this is a shoe that can do it all. We said you can pick up the pace, you can go slow, you can go fast. You can pretty much do most of your running in this shoe.
So let me ask you, difference between, say, this and the Mach 4, which a lot of other people are like, hey, that's a lightweight daily trainer too.
The Mach 4 has a little firmer feel, has a little different feel. It kind of has a give and a firmness. This one has one feel through your stride. It doesn't have like a multi-dimensional cushioning feel where I feel like the Mach has a double layer and you feel it. You land soft, but you still have a firm feeling underfoot for toe off. This feels more like a skinny Clifton.
Okay.
So the drop on this is 4 millimeters, which seems to be a theme in Hoka shoes. It has rocker geometry to help you roll through your stride. So this one, you can land midfoot, you can land a little bit further back, and you're still gonna roll through and have a nice smooth feeling. I tend to agree, I get a smooth feeling. It's one of those things where you can start to forget the effort and just kind of roll through your natural stride.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So this shoe does come out on August 1st for $115, which, pretty reasonable price.
Which, depending on when you're watching this, could be right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's coming up.
$115, I think, puts this shoe in a really great spot. So I'm gonna put this in the same bucket as the Nova Blast and the Pegasus of shoes that I really like that are, I think, reasonably priced at around this one, $115. I think Nova Blast is up to $130 and Pegasus is right in the middle. But for all the things that these shoes can do.
And if they live up to their promise of making it more durable, then I think it's well worth it.
We like this shoe. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I have kind of been neutral to less than favorable on the previous model. I just felt like it felt a little clunky, and even just feeling the difference in the durometer of the midsole here, it does feel a little softer here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. Like, obviously, I hope to get a lot more miles in this, and maybe we can report back in that way. I don't know I'm gonna get 150 like last year, but
I think we can get there.
Yeah, but definitely if you get in a ton of miles in it this year, come back and comment and tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us if you feel like this is a big improvement. Just dropping a little bit of weight on the previous model, I think it's great. So,
you ready to hang 10? Just make sure you subscribe to us on here, like this video if you like it. If you don't like it, just exit quietly. And follow us on Instagram, check out our Strava Club, and Facebook if you still do that. And
people are doing it.
Join our email list.
Yeah, for sure. What about the Drop Podcast? Fuel for the Soul podcast?
Yeah.
Check those out as well.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Like we're probably places you don't even know we are.
If you're in Baltimore, say what's up. I know we're there. So yeah.
We're there right now.
Anyways, all right.
Anything else?
No, let's go get pitted.
Still. Oh yeah. You looks really good. Great success.